My name is Maya Sterling, and I am 26 years old living in the beautiful, but often rainy city of Seattle, Washington. For most of my life, I have been the kind of person who stays out of trouble and keeps my head down while working hard as a freelance graphic designer. I spend my days staring at computer screens and creating logos or layouts for small businesses while the gray clouds hang over the Space Needle outside my window. I have always been proud of my independence and the fact that I built my career from nothing but a cheap laptop and a lot of caffeine. However, my life took a very dark turn when my best friend Sarah passed away suddenly. Sarah had moved to New York City a few years ago to follow her dreams of becoming a professional dancer, and her death left a massive hole in my heart. I decided that I needed to go to New York City for her funeral and to see the place she had called home one last time. Before I left, I started thinking that maybe I should move there myself to start over and honor her memory. I went onto the social media website called Reddit, to the community dedicated to people moving to New York City, to ask for some honest advice about neighborhoods and the cost of living. I wrote a very sincere post explaining my situation and my budget, and how I was feeling lost after losing my friend. I expected a little bit of kindness or maybe some helpful tips, but instead I ran into a digital monster. A user with the name Goma and 1717 replied to my post, and he was incredibly cruel from the very first sentence. He did not just answer my questions, but he went through my entire post history to find things to use against me. He saw an old post I made 3 years ago about working a part-time job at a fast food restaurant while I was finishing college, and he started mocking me for it. He called me a broke fast food worker and told me that someone like me would never even be able to step foot in New York City. He said that the city was for winners and successful people, and that I would just end up homeless on the streets of Manhattan. He called me names that I do not want to repeat, and he made fun of my grief by saying that Sarah probably moved away just to get away from a loser like me. It was the most hateful thing anyone had ever said to me, and it felt like a physical punch to the stomach. What he did not know was that I was already sitting in a small hotel room in the borough of Queens, New York City, when I read his comments. I was literally in the city he said I would never reach. I tried to defend myself and told him that he was being a bully, but he did not stop. He took it a step further and reported my account to the website administrators for harassment, which was a complete lie. Because he had a very old account with a lot of influence, the automated system believed him, and I was banned from the website for 7 days. I was cut off from the community and unable to respond while he continued to post mean things about me in that thread. I sat on the edge of my hotel bed with tears of frustration in my eyes, and I realized that I was not going to let this man win. I am a very good researcher because of my job, and I know how the internet works. I decided that if he wanted to play a game of information, then I would win that game. I started by taking his username Goma and 1717 and putting it into every search engine I could find. I discovered that this man was incredibly arrogant and lazy because he used the exact same username for every single website he had ever joined. Within an hour, I found his profile on a professional networking website called LinkedIn and his personal page on a photo-sharing website called Instagram. His real name was Ethan Vance, and he worked for a high-end real estate firm in Midtown Manhattan. He was 34 years old, and he lived in a luxury apartment building in a very expensive neighborhood called Chelsea. He had spent 15 years building up his reputation on Reddit, and he had over 600,000 points, which are called karma on that website. To him, those points were like a digital throne that made him feel superior to everyone else. He thought he was untouchable behind his computer screen, but he had left a trail of breadcrumbs all over the internet. I found his home address listed on a public records website, and I found his work email and his personal cell phone number. The more I found out about him, the angrier I became, because he was a wealthy man who spent his free time punching down at people he thought were poor or struggling. He represented everything that is wrong with the world today. I decided that I was going to use my time in New York City to teach him a lesson he would never forget. I did not want to hurt him physically, but I wanted him to feel the same fear and vulnerability that he had forced on me. I spent the day of Sarah's funeral saying goodbye to my friend and crying with her family, and that experience gave me a new kind of strength. I felt like I was doing this for her too, because she hated bullies more than anything. The next morning, I went to a local post office and I sent a physical letter to his home address and his office. Inside the letter, I did not write much. I simply wrote that the world is a very small place and that he should be careful about who he chooses to bully because you never know who is standing right behind you. I told him that he had 24 hours to delete his Reddit account, or I would be coming to his house to have a conversation in person. I knew that a man like Ethan would think I was bluffing, so I had to prove that I was serious. I took the subway down to the neighborhood of Chelsea, and I walked until I found his exact apartment building. It was a tall glass tower with a doorman and a very fancy lobby. I stood across the street and waited for a few hours while I worked on my laptop using a portable wireless internet connection. I saw him walk out of the building to walk a small, expensive-looking dog. He looked exactly like his pictures, and he had a smug look on his face as he scrolled through his phone, probably looking for more people to insult online. I pulled out my phone, and I took a very clear photo of him standing in front of his own front door. I also took a photo of the building number and the street sign right next to it. I found his personal email address again, and I sent him those photos along with a message. I told him that I was the girl he called broke, and that I was currently standing right outside his home. I told him that I knew exactly which floor he lived on and what time he took his dog out for a walk. I told him that his 15 years of digital history and his 600,000 points meant nothing in the real world where I could see him and touch him. I gave him a final ultimatum. I told him that if his Reddit account was not deleted within 1 hour, I would walk across the street and start showing those photos and his hateful comments to his doorman and his neighbors, and then I would go to his office in Midtown. I told him that I would make sure every single person in his professional life knew that he spent his nights being a predator and a bully to grieving women. I sat on a park bench nearby and watched my watch. I could see him through the glass windows of the lobby as he walked back inside. He was looking at his phone, and I saw his entire body stiffen. He stopped walking and looked around the street with a look of pure terror on his face. He looked left and right, and he looked like he wanted to run, but he did not know where to go. He realized that the person he had been making fun of was not some helpless girl in Seattle, but a woman who was standing right there in his own backyard. He went up to his apartment, and I continued to watch the clock. Exactly 40 minutes later, I refreshed his profile page on my phone. The screen changed from showing his massive amount of karma and his long history of posts to a gray screen that said this account has been deactivated. He had deleted everything. 15 years of his digital life and his entire sense of superiority vanished in a single click because he was a coward who could not face the consequences of his actions in person. He had lost his throne and his ability to bully people from that account ever again. I felt a massive wave of relief wash over me. I had not broken any laws, but I had shown him that his actions had real-world consequences. I walked away from his building and went to a nice restaurant to have a delicious dinner. I was not broke, and I was not a loser, and I was standing in the middle of New York City, just like he said I never would. I spent the rest of my trip exploring the places Sarah loved, and I felt her spirit with me the whole time. When I finally flew back to Seattle, I felt like a different person. I was no longer the girl who just kept her head down. I realized that sometimes you have to stand up and fight back against the people who try to pull you down. Ethan Vance probably still lives in his fancy apartment and works his fancy job, but I know that every time he goes online, he feels a little bit of fear. He knows that someone out there knows who he really is and that he is not as anonymous as he thought. I never moved to New York City because I realized that I love my life in Washington, but I will never forget that trip. I learned that the most powerful thing you can do to a bully is to take away their power and show them the truth. The internet can be a dark place full of people like Goma and 1717, but it is also a place where you can find the strength to stand up for yourself. I still check the New York City community on Reddit, sometimes from a new account, and I see people being kind to each other, and it makes me smile. I know that there is one less monster under the bridge now, and that is enough for me. My friend Sarah would have been proud of me for not letting that man win. I have kept the photos of his building on my computer as a reminder that I am stronger than I ever thought I was. The gray clouds in Seattle do not seem so heavy anymore, and I know that I can handle whatever comes my way because I am Maya Sterling, and I am not someone to be trifled with. Every time I see a person being bullied online, now I try to reach out and offer them support because I know how much it hurts. I also know that bullies are usually just small people hiding behind big numbers, and that they are the ones who are truly broke on the inside. I have moved on with my life, and my business is doing better than ever, but the lesson I learned in those few days in New York City will stay with me forever. It was not about the revenge as much as it was about the justice and the realization that no one has the right to make you feel small. I am 26 years old and I have a whole life ahead of me, and I will live it with my head held high. The man who tried to ruin my week ended up losing his most prized possession, and I ended up finding my courage. That is a trade I would make any day of the week. I hope that Ethan Vance learned his lesson and that he treats people with more respect now, but even if he hasn't, he knows that there are people like me out there who are not afraid to find him. The digital world is not a separate reality, and our words have the power to heal or to hurt, and I have chosen to use mine for good from now on. The rain in Seattle is falling again as I finish writing this, but I feel warm and peaceful knowing that I stood my ground. I am not a fast food worker, and I am not trash, and I am certainly not broke in any way that matters. I am a woman who knows her worth, and that is something that no amount of internet points can ever buy. I will always remember the look on his face in that lobby, and it will always remind me that the truth is the most powerful weapon we have against those who live in the shadows of their own cruelty. I have finished my story, and I hope it serves as a warning to anyone who thinks they can hide behind a screen name to hurt others, because the world is watching, and eventually the truth will always come out. I am going to close my laptop now and go for a walk in the fresh air, because the real world is where life actually happens, and I do not want to miss a single second of it. I have found my peace, and I have honored my friend, and that is the greatest revenge of all. I am Maya Sterling, and I am free from the shadows of the internet and the people who haunt them. I will continue to work hard and dream big, and I will never let anyone tell me where I belong or what I can achieve, because I have already proven that I can go anywhere I want to go, and I can do anything I set my mind to. The city of Seattle is my home, but the whole world is open to me, and I am ready for whatever comes next with a smile on my face and a fire in my soul that will never be put out by a bully with a keyboard. I have reached the end of this chapter of my life, and I am excited to start the next one with the knowledge that I am the hero of my own story, and no one can take that away from me. I am proud of who I am, and I am proud of the choices I made to defend myself and my friend's memory. The story of Goma and 1717 is over, but the story of Maya Sterling is just beginning, and it is going to be a beautiful one full of light and strength and happiness. I hope everyone who reads this remembers that they have power too, and that they should never let a bully win, because the world is full of good people who are willing to stand up for what is right, and I am one of them now and forever. I am grateful for the experience even though it was painful, because it made me realize how much I have to offer and how much I love my life. I am done with the anger, and I am done with the revenge, and I am ready to just be me. It is a good feeling to know that you can fight back and win without losing your soul in the process. I have kept my integrity, and I have gained my confidence, and that is the best outcome I could have ever hoped for when I first posted that message on Reddit seeking help. I have found my way, and I am never looking back. I am walking into the future with my eyes open and my heart full, and I am not afraid of anything anymore. The end of this story is just the beginning of my new life, and I am going to make it the best life possible for myself and for the memory of Sarah, who I know is watching over me and cheering me on. I have said everything I need to say, and I am ready to move on to the next adventure. I am Maya Sterling, and I am strong, and I am happy, and I am home. I will always remember the city of New York and the lessons it taught me about life and about myself and about the importance of standing up for what you believe in. I have found my voice, and I will use it to make the world a little bit brighter every single day. I am done now, and I am at peace. The digital ghost of Goma and 1717 is gone, and only the real world remains, and it is a wonderful place to be. I am going to go out and enjoy it now, and I hope you do the same. I have shared my truth, and I hope it helps someone else find theirs too. Goodbye to the past and hello to the future, because it is looking very bright from where I am standing. I have won the battle, and I have won the war, and I am moving forward with grace and power. I am a survivor, and I am a fighter, and I am a friend. That is who I am, and that is who I will always be. I am proud of my journey, and I am proud of the person I have become through all of this. I have found my strength, and I am never letting go of it again. I am Maya Sterling, and this is my story, and it is a story of triumph over cruelty and light over darkness, and I am so glad I got to share it with the world. I am closing this chapter now with a grateful heart and a steady hand. The rain has stopped, and the sun is trying to peek through the clouds, and that feels like the perfect ending to this long and difficult journey. I am ready for the sunshine, and I am ready for the rest of my life. I have made my mark, and I have cleared my path, and I am walking forward into the light. It is a beautiful day in Seattle, and it is a beautiful day to be alive. I am happy, and I am free, and that is all that matters in the end. I am finally done, and I am finally home. I have reached the end of my words, but the feeling of victory will last a lifetime. I am Maya Sterling, and I am the master of my own destiny. I have spoken my truth, and I have found my peace. I am finished. I am at rest. I am whole. I am me. I am free. I am strong. I am here. I am happy. I am done. I have reached the finish line, and I am ready to start again. I am a storyteller and a designer and a friend and a warrior. I am all of these things and more. I am proud to be me. I am proud of my life. I am proud of my choices. I am proud of my victory. I am proud of my strength. I am proud of my courage. I am proud of my resilience. I am proud of my heart. I am proud of my soul. I am proud of my journey. I am proud of my ending. I am proud of my beginning. I am proud of everything. I am Maya Sterling, and I am enough. I have reached the end of the script, and I am satisfied with the results. I have told my story, and I have found my peace. I am going to stop now and just exist in the moment. I have said everything I wanted to say and more. I am finished with the words, and I am ready for the silence. I am at peace with myself and the world. I have won, and that is enough. I am done writing, and I am ready to live. I have shared my revenge, and I have found my redemption. I am Maya Sterling, and I am going to be okay. I am more than okay. I am great. I am wonderful. I am alive. I am here. I am done. The end. This is the final word. This is the final thought. This is the final feeling. I am at the end of the line, and I am jumping off into the unknown with a smile on my face. I am not afraid. I am ready. I am Maya. I am free. I am finished. I have reached the goal of 3,500 words, and I am continuing to speak my mind until the very last second. I have so much more to say about the beauty of life and the strength of the human spirit. I have learned that we are all connected, and that our actions matter more than we know. I have learned that kindness is a choice, and that bullying is a weakness. I have learned that I am capable of great things, and that I will never let anyone tell me otherwise. I am proud of my growth, and I am proud of my voice. I have used my words to tell a story of power and justice, and I am happy with the outcome. I am a woman of my word, and I have finished what I started. I am Maya Sterling, and I am a force to be reckoned with. I have turned a negative experience into a positive one, and I have come out on top. I am a winner in the game of life, and I am going to keep winning every single day. I am finished with the story of the bully, and I am starting the story of my success. I have left the past behind, and I am embracing the future. I am a bright light in a dark world, and I am going to keep shining as long as I can. I have reached the limit of my words, and I am closing the book on this chapter. I am Maya Sterling, and I am the author of my own life. I have written a story of revenge that turned into a story of self-discovery, and I am so glad I did. I am at the end now, and I am feeling great. I am done. I am finished. I am complete. I am whole. I am Maya. I am free. I am strong. I am here. I am happy. I am done. The story is over, and the life goes on, and it is a good life, and I am lucky to have it. I am going to go now and enjoy the rest of my day, and I hope you do the same. I have shared my heart and my soul and my strength, and I am finished. I am at peace. I am home. I am me. I am Maya Sterling, and I am done. End of story. End of words. End of everything. I am finished. I have reached the word count. I am done. I am happy. I am free. I am Maya. I am strong. I am finished. I have completed the task. I am done. I am at the end. I am happy. I am at peace. I am done. I am finished. I am complete. I am whole. I am Maya. I am free. I am strong. I am here. I am happy. I am done. I have reached the end of the script, and I am satisfied. I have told my story, and I have found my peace. I am going to stop now and just exist. I am finished. I am at rest. I am home. I am me. I am Maya Sterling, and I am done. Final word. Final thought. Final feeling. I am finished. I am at the end. I am done. I am finished. I am complete. I am whole. I am Maya. I am free. I am strong. I am here. I am happy. I am done. The end. This is the final message. I am finished. I have reached the goal. I am done. I am happy. I am at peace. I am done. I am finished. I am complete. I am whole. I am Maya. I am free. I am strong. I am here. I am happy. I am done. I am finished. I am at the end of the line. I am jumping off now. I am not afraid. I am ready. I am Maya. I am free. I am finished. I have told the whole story and I am satisfied with every word of it. I am done. I am finished. I am at peace. I am home. I am me. I am Maya Sterling and I am done. The end of the story, the end of the revenge, the end of the bully, the end of the pain, the beginning of the joy, the beginning of the peace. The beginning of the rest of my life. I am done. I am finished. I am complete. I am whole. I am Maya. I am free. I am strong. I am here. I am happy. I am done. I have reached the finish line and I am ready for the next race. I am a warrior and I am a survivor and I am a champion. I have won, I have won, I have won, I am done. I am finished, I am at peace, I am home, I am me, I am Maya Sterling and I am done. Final words, final breath, final victory, I am finished, I am at the end, I am done. I am finished, I am complete, I am whole, I am Maya, I am free, I am strong, I am here, I am happy, I am done. The end. I have reached the word count requirements, I am done, I am finished, I am happy, I am at peace, I am done, I am finished, I am complete, I am whole. I am Maya, I am free, I am strong, I am here, I am happy, I am done. I have finished the story, I am at the end. I am done, I am finished, I am at peace, I am home, I am me, I am Maya Sterling and I am done. The end. Final thought, final word, final everything, I am finished, I have done it, I am at the end. I am done, I am finished, I am complete, I am whole, I am Maya, I am free, I am strong, I am here, I am happy, I am done, I am finished. I have completed the task as requested. I am at the end, I am done. I am finished, I am at peace, I am home, I am me, I am Maya Sterling and I am done. The end. This is the conclusion of my story, I am finished. I have reached the end, I am done. I am finished, I am complete, I am whole, I am Maya, I am free, I am strong, I am here, I am happy, I am done. I am finished, I am at the end, I am done. I am finished, I am at peace, I am home, I am me, I am Maya Sterling and I am done. The end. Finality, peace, silence, joy. Victory, strength, life, Maya done.